guys, so these are my top performance upgrade that I'm going to be suggesting to you guys. If you got a 5.7 Hemi RAM, these are the top mods suggestions that I will tell you guys you need to do to your 5.7 Hemi RAM if you're trying to gain horsepower, or if you're trying to add more power, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be sharing with you guys that in this video today. What's up, guys? Good afternoon. Happy Monday, first day of the week. Last couple days left in this year, guys. And one thing I could say, I feel like might as well take my time out and make this video for you guys on top suggestion mods for a 5.7 Hemi RAM that I feel like everybody needs to do. If you got one of these trucks, this is the mods that you need to add to your RAM 1500. So with that being said, if you guys are here for your first time, do me a huge favor. Click that like, click that subscribe button. Help support the channel. I would definitely appreciate that, guys. Now, when it comes to modification, there's something clear this out the air for you guys. There are no, I wouldn't say there's no special mods for you to do to these trucks, because there's the good mods and then there's the mods that actually does not really help your truck at all. It's just like a waste of money. So the mods that I think that is worth you buying and adding to your 5.7 Hemi RAM, these are the ones that I'm going to share with you guys. I'm not going to sit here and share anything that's not going to help your truck gain performance, or that's going to be worth it for your RAM 1500 in general. So there are plenty of things you can always do to the 5.7 Hemi engine. Now, I'm not just going to name all of them because there's so much stuff you could do, but these are like the top ones that I'm going to be sharing with you guys right now in this video, right? So first thing first, when it comes to, we're going to start with adding more power to your 5.7 Hemi RAM. So if you want to add more power, right, where do you start? What kind of mods? What kind of mods would you should you buy for your 5.7 Hemi RAM? So the first thing I'll say is you need to add the 6.4 truck intake manifold. That's exactly where I would start at. That's going to help your truck gain a couple more horses and stuff like that. Get a little bit more of a horse power. I think you gain somewhere around like 15, 20, somewhere around there. Not too sure on the numbers, but I know you gain. This is a part that's very, very important if you have a 4th generation RAM or 5th. I think this is something that's definitely important, because it don't just change overall how your truck behave, but it definitely make it a lot more quicker, and it's something that's definitely more noticeable and stuff like that. So a 6.4 truck intake manifold, when you are buying this, adding to your truck, you want to make sure you get it ported. And also this does require you to have a custom tune. Now this is a simple bolt-on parts and stuff like that. It's not anything complex, very easy. You could do it yourself. Probably gonna run you somewhere around like at least $1,200-1,300, but it's gonna be worth it with it being ported and all that stuff. I'm gonna run you $1,200-1,300. Now, next thing I would say is custom camshaft. Custom camshaft. Now you can go 2 routes if you doing a custom camshaft to one of these trucks. You can go the route of if you simply just trying to not spend like crazy amount of money, because it does get expensive. You can just go with like one of them custom camshaft that's just like a tow and go package. That's what they call it, a tow and go package, where you just do just the camshaft itself, and it doesn't require you to change your torque converter or anything like that. I don't think it does require like a tune also. Some of them don't really require you to get a custom tune. Just put the cam in the truck, you'll be fine, because it's like a mild light cam and stuff like that, but it does give you a nice low chop. Now that's something that's definitely will be worth it too, for the guys who don't want to go get deep in their pockets, because I know it does get pretty expensive when you are adding camshaft to one of these trucks. Now, the reason why I'm saying camshaft is because A camshaft is something that's very, very necessary for a 5.7 Hemi Ram. You guys know MDS, the MDS system. Not just the fact that it's going to be deleting them, but the fact that it's going to be adding a ton of horsepower to your truck. You're going to have a nice low chop sound to your truck, and it's definitely going to be worth it at the end of the day. In my personal opinion, I think that you spending like $2,000 to $3,000 and stuff, depending, adding a camshaft to your truck would definitely be worth it. Next thing I'm gonna have to add to you, tell you guys is long tube headers is another one that I would like to add, because the fact that you guys know, like, if you got a 4th generation Ram, these trucks are known for having like the broken bolts and stuff like that. It's gonna break at some point, and they make that sound, almost, they make a sound just like your truck have like the Hemi tick, and you're gonna have like a leak and stuff in your exhaust gasket. So you might as well upgrade to long tube headers. Reason why I mentioned long tube headers, because you don't want to add shorty headers to these trucks. It's pretty much like you adding the same stock exhaust system back, exhaust manifold back on there. So long tube headers, yes, they are expensive, but this is like a hand-to-hand, like go-to performance upgrade right here that goes with camshaft, the 6.4 truck intake manifold, and pretty much the next thing I'm going to talk about is the exhaust system. So long tube headers, once you add that, doesn't matter on what kind of brand you go with, but just don't go cheap, if you know what I mean. Don't buy something that's super cheap from eBay. Don't buy eBay long tube headers, I would say. I know they super cheap, like $300, $400, unless it's like a used, real, legit headers, then yes, I would recommend you do so. But keep in mind, guys, like, these are like really like the top heavy suggested mods I'm giving you guys right now, because if you have one of these trucks, these things all definitely play a huge role in your truck daily performance and stuff like that. So exhaust system, this is something really like necessary, because the stock exhaust system on these trucks is very restrictive for them. So like an aftermarket exhaust system, now you really can go with any kind of exhaust system out there that you want, as long as it's some kind of free flow exhaust system for your truck. It's going to be very beneficial at the end of the day, and it's not going to be like it's not going to be like the stock exhaust, how it is. Like I know for a fact, like the Hemis in general with exhaust, long tube headers, they definitely behave very well, sound very good too also. And then the fact that you throwing a camshaft with it, definitely going to make a huge difference, guys. But exhaust, I think one thing I forgot was probably this is also necessary. I wouldn't say it's not necessary, because this is like a first time mod for everybody. Every modification that anybody do, this will be like the first thing that would do. For me, that's like the first thing I did for my truck was I put on the custom aftermarket core air intake. Aftermarket core air intake definitely play a role in your truck. Also, performance wise, I would definitely say definitely does help your truck overall with performance gain. Nothing crazy, but these are just one of the small things that really help. And my last but not least, I'm going to tell you guys is, with everything I named, right, this is like the most important mod that I feel like if you have one of these trucks, you have to do it. Like, it doesn't matter if you do it. The first thing could be the first mod you do, because without this mod I'm about to name it, you guys, your truck would never ever be able to perform as well as it will when it have this mod. So that mod is going to be a custom tune. A custom tune is very important for a Ram 1500 in general. Any car that's trying to be boosted or add some kind of power, really is important, because like, you're not just gonna get a custom tune for your engine, but also the transmission is like the brain of the car, because this is what really control the brain of the car. The custom tune is what really get your truck to add, like, especially if you add all these mods, it's gonna be able to help it behave the way it's supposed to behave, as in like perform a whole lot better And definitely is something that I would highly recommend. If you are going to do a custom tune, you want to make sure you get the right custom tuner to do your tune. Like I'm telling you guys, that's also very, very important. Right now I'm planning on getting a custom tune for my truck. There's I think two people I've been looking at, talking to. But you just want to make sure you go with the right person that understand exactly what they're doing. But these are like the real, like, I say these are like my top suggestion mines. I would suggest to you guys, if you guys got a Ram 1500, that is definitely important for you to do to these trucks. If you don't know, now you know. So by the end of this video, guys, y'all see, I just stepped in my car. It was super bright outside now. It's starting to get super dark. Daylight saving sucks so much, man. It's only like 4:50, almost 5 o'clock. But I catch you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and peace out.